trans-accepting Starbucks ad in India sparks controversy. The coffee titan Starbucks finds itself in the eye of a tumultuous controversy in India as diverse voices clash head-on, debating the nature of the message the company tried to pass through its latest advertisement. The ad, intended to promote a message of acceptance, faced significant backlash with the hashtag Boycott Starbucks swiftly gaining traction on Twitter. In the ad, a transgender woman unites with her long-lost father in a vibrant and bustling Starbucks outlet. The advertisement shows the story of a woman named Arpit, now identifying as Arpita. Her father then proceeds to the cafe counter to order their coffee. Arpita is pleasantly surprised when the Starbucks barista announces 3 cold coffees for Arpita. This heartfelt moment reveals her father's acceptance as he chooses Arpita as the name to be written on the coffee cup. While many supported the ad and called it inspiring and refreshing, some were protesting the advertisement, saying Starbucks is trying to bring woke culture to India. Some said the company better focus on its business.
सुनो, इस बार गुस्सा मत होना प्लीज।
Thank you, Papa, for meeting me. I know बड़े साल बीत गए, लेकिन आप आज भी मेरे लिए सब कुछ हो।
कॉफी। तेरी आदतें नहीं बदली।
Three cold coffees for Arpita. Three cold coffees for Arpita.
बेटा, मेरे लिए तो आज भी मेरा बच्चा है। बस एक लेटर ही तो ऐड हुआ है तेरे नाम में।
Close the distance and the way. Oh, it starts with your
Oh. Just when I get ready to walk away from Starbucks for their anti-union crap, they go ahead and do something like this, make me run out, buy a coffee to support them. I would love them to run an ad like that here with, obviously, you know, American actors, but we all know, you know, do we really want Bud Light saying, "Hold my beer"? I thought it was a good joke.
I'm smiling.
Yeah, it was cute. It was cute.
What were you looking for, a belly roll?
Yeah.
All right, so once again, I have to revert to my looks for laughs. Anyway, no, they would. You know, we saw with Bud Light the backlash they got from just putting a picture on a can, and you know, Starbucks runs an ad like this in the U.S. They'll burn down the stores.
Well, I don't know. You know, India is known to be quite phobic in that region as well. I mean, I know not a month ago they put a non-binary folk on Bride magazine, was it not? Where they dress in a beautiful wedding gown, and the backlash was pretty scary. I think people are gonna die over that, and I think people may die over this ad as well. It's a scary time. I don't know that I want that for India. I'm very happy that Starbucks is making kind of these leaps and bounds, but I do fear for our community. I do feel for our trans brothers and sisters, because stuff like this, instead of kind of like reaching the mass at where they are, we kind of always push the pedal to the metal so far that we create this wave of hatred and people just start getting hurt. So I don't know, I hate to bring the room down.
No, but you know, listen, you're bringing up the point, okay? It's because when anything starts to become the transition, right?
Yeah.
When we as a society transform, right? We evolve. Through that evolution, you know, is that tough spot. Like, just think about yourself, like in your life, whenever you have gone from one version of yourself to another, that transformation required maybe a little pain, a little uncomfort, right? And I think that we need these catalysts happening around the world and in our own country, like you said, and there's going to be the people at the front line, not to call them cannon fodder, because they're not, because we know that they're not cannon fodder, but maybe, you know, in the grand scheme of things, cannon fodder are the people who are willing to die for what we believe in. And I've said this a few times on the show, you've heard me say this, and I think never really in my I'm not even going to tell you guys, but it's never in my years, and by so many
You're
years,
timeless.
have I started to really feel that we have to revisit that question: are we willing to die for what we believe in? And the people before us who led the way, who paved the path, they allowed us this space and this freedom. And now we're back at that place. So who's going to step up and be willing to die for what we believe in?
Yeah. Well, speaking of leading the way, you know, the United States has always been, you know, the first in so many different things, whether it be business or technology or just, you know, the world often looks at us, you know, as an example for so many things. And with us going backwards, a lot of countries are going to follow suit, you know, because we are kind of just that, you know, person that sets the, I don't want to say set
standard.
The bar. Yeah, but you know, it's really unfortunate. You know, we see so much progress happening in these other countries, and as we go backwards, we're seeing it happen in other countries as well.
Yeah, you know, one thing that I love about, well, I love so many things about this ad, but one I love is that it's not pride-centric. This isn't, as we're coming up on Pride Month, and I know we're going to do a lot of stories here, rainbow capitalism. You know, the advertisers that come to us in late May through June and want our dollars and then forget about us until late May and June of next year. So I love that this isn't tied into that. This is just an ad that it's 2 minutes. It's a beautiful story. It's 2 minutes long, so it's probably airing mostly on as a YouTube ad or web ads, because you don't most Starbucks ads on television.
You can skip it after 15 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. But I love that it's not that though. This is just a good ad. I know McDonald's in Italy did a gay kid having fries with his dad a few years ago. They did the ad, and to your point, I think that we have to put ourselves out there at some point. You know, I'm old enough to remember, Bob. I know you're old enough to remember when Absolute Vodka first started advertising in Out magazine and on the back cover of Advocate. And oh my God, people lost their collective minds. But they did it, they took their shot, and there's still, you know, and then they didn't lose the gay community, other vodkas followed. You know, Stoli, you know, go to a Pride and don't find a Stoli booth. You know, it's just gonna be there. So they follow us. I think these ads are really important, and I'm glad whenever, you know, Starbucks, Bud Light, Absolute Vodka, whenever they put themselves out there, it does more good than harm in the long run. So I'm really, this warms my heart.
Well, you know, people boycotting Starbucks could be good for small businesses. Mom and pop coffee shops. No, just joking.
Listen, the mom and pop coffee shops always get it, because those are the best places anyways, right?
Love you, storks.
Yeah.
We are Queer News Tonight, the world's first and only live daily LGBTQ+ evening news show from Happening Out Television Network. In the model of PBS and NPR, we educate, inform, and entertain by supporting the 10 pillars of the LGBTQ+ community, with more than 100,000 a week watching on Roku, Apple Television, and other channels. To keep the stories going, we accept donations with 100% transparency. Stay updated and live authentically with Queer News Tonight.